We, the local multi-faith clergy of Northern Virginia, come together in this election season to contrive this message of shared American citizenship.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray.
James Madison wrote, "Complaints are everywhere heard from our most considerate and virtuous citizens, that our governments are too unstable, that the public good is disregarded in the conflicts of rival parties."
This problem of factions is ancient. In Genesis 37, Joseph's brothers hated him. In the letters of Paul, he called out the factions that were in Corinth, and Muhammad had to settle disputes in Medina.
Among every nation have walked those who stoke fear in every heart and those who spew the false prophecy of violence.
Violence has no place in a democracy.
Violence is an affront to our morality.
Violence solves nothing.
Violence is not patriotism.
Violence demeans the American story.
But in America, the solution to disagreement and faction was meant to be bonds of fellowship, citizenship, and union.
President George Washington wrote, "For happily the government of the United States, which gives to bigotry no sanction, to persecution no assistance, requires only that they who live under its protection should demean themselves as good citizens."
Through the night with the light from above.
At the signing of the Constitution, Benjamin Rush observed a multi-faith procession of clergy and wrote, "Pains were taken to connect ministers of the most dissimilar religious principles together."
Bless America, my home, sweet home.
We hope to live out the words of Moses and Jesus. Love thy neighbor as thyself.
We are meant to be different, as we learn in the Holy Quran. O humankind, behold, we have created you all out of a male and a female, and have made you into nations and tribes, so that you might come to know one another.
That golden valley, this land was made for you and me.
The only way we can live together is by offering grace. No matter what happens when this election ends, 50% of the population will have to forgive the other 50% for supporting the losing side. And we know that forgiveness is the noblest expression of our humanity.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
As we read in the book of Genesis, when it came time for Jacob and his brother Esau to reunite, it says Esau ran to him and greeted him. They embraced, and Esau, falling on his neck, kissed his brother, and they wept.
The Apostle Paul wrote to the Ephesians, "For he himself is our peace, who has made the two groups one, and has destroyed the barrier, the dividing wall of hostility."
Because at times of greatest national division, none of us can know absolutely who is right. As Abraham Lincoln once taught, "Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right." These United States of America were always meant to be something more.
Go vote, support your side, be passionate in your beliefs, and then remember, we are all citizens together.
As mentioned in the Holy Quran, chapter 103, humankind is in eternal loss, except those who have faith and do righteous acts, and join together in the mutual teachings of truth, are patient and show constancy.
As we learn from Galatians, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law.
The late Justice Louis Brandeis once said that the most important political office is that of the private citizen.
Let us remember what Fannie Lou Hamer said during the Civil Rights Movement in 1964. She said, "We are not fighting against these people because we hate them. We are fighting these people because we love them."
So no matter what happens, and no matter how long it takes to get to a result,
we are grateful to everyone who votes.
We are grateful for everyone who went to a rally or gave a donation.
We are grateful to those who made signs and those who carried signs.
We are grateful for smart slogans and funny t-shirts.
We are grateful for all the hundreds of thousands of volunteers.
The tens of thousands of poll supervisors and observers.
The thousands of county offices of elections.
And dozens of departments of state who determine state winners.
The judges who will settle any disputes.
And the Constitution.
And the blessings of living in a liberal democracy.
And the presence of divinity, which lifts each and every one of us to hear our better angels in the days and weeks ahead.